Hello everybody, this is Dragonzilla1991 here, and today/tonight, depending on what time it is when you're watching this video, I will be taking a look at one of Safari's older figures, which was released many years ago all the way back in 2008, and that will be Postosuchus. Now Postosuchus is my favourite animal of the Triassic, mainly because it featured in the original BBC series of Walking with Dinosaurs in episode 1 New Blood. So what exactly was Postosuchus? Well, it was a relative of the crocodile that lived during the Triassic period 220 million years ago, and was the top predator of its day. And although it may not be as famous as the dinosaurs and mammoths, however, it is still nonetheless an iconic prehistoric animal. Onto the model itself. Now the first thing about the figure is the pose, because despite here the model shows Postosuchus to be quadrupedal, walking on all fours, well, we now know that the crocodile from Post, that's what the name Postosuchus means, was actually bipedal and walked on two legs. And in Walking with Dinosaurs New Blood, there were times when the Postosuchus rose up on its hind legs, not only just to look intimidating, but to reflect the debate at the time. This was back in the late 90s. Also, if we study the body design of this reptile, then it does actually make sense. The colour scheme shows Postosuchus to be a yellowish tan, and the top is what I can only describe as brown, with a very faint dark green. Being a crocodilian, he will possess osteoderms, and the head is also pretty nice looking, but there are some inaccuracies that I could spot aside from the pose. For example, the teeth are stuck out, where in reality they would have been covered over by lips. And I think the skull might be shrink wrapped too, where it should be muscular. Also, the tail is long and pretty wavy. Now, a while ago I did a review on the Collector Postosuchus, and at one point in the video I said that I wasn't going to cover media appearances anymore, because YouTuber Dino Guy does a better job at it than I do. And 6 months ago, well, at least at the time of doing this review, he gave Postosuchus his own many interpretations video, links in the description below if you wish to check it out. However, there were 2 documentaries that Postosuchus appeared in that he didn't mention, those being Dinosaur Revolution and Prehistoric New York, where the depiction in that series does kind of remind me of the wild safari figure, and the main reason why I bought this model. Now for size comparisons, and let's compare them to 3 Triassic animals. The first one of these is of course the Collector Postosuchus, that we covered on the channel a few months ago. The link to that video is in the description below if you wish to check it out. And here he is with his cousin, the Safari Limited Postosuchus, that we also looked at one time. Again, link below. Warning, it may be drony because the video was made a long time ago. And finally, here he is with the PNSO Autopodentalis. So what are my final thoughts on the Wild Safari Postosuchus? Despite being all inaccurately quadrupedal, this model is really nice, and worth picking up if you're a huge fan of the animal like myself. This figure is still around, as you can find it on some certain websites, such as everythingdinosaur.com, eBay and Amazon. I hope that Safari or another company like Collector Mojo or PNSO, etc. and so on, do an updated model of Postosuchus in a more accurate bipedal form at some point in the future someday. I know this has been a short review, but that's because there's not a lot to say on this figure. It's really nice. Also, if you're a talented custom artist, if you wish to, this model would also be perfectly ideal to repaint as the Walking with Dinosaurs version. Anyways, this is Dragonzilla1991 signing out. Take care, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.